everyone, it's Christy here and I have Laura with me, and we are going to talk to you a little bit about how to get your home ready for your inspection time, but we want you to get your home ready before you have it listed for these inspection things. So we have a short list to share with you on things you could do around the house to get your house ready.
That's right, and we want these things to be done before you even list, because not only will they help you reduce the amount of things the inspector finds, but it also helps with having your house show ready and sparkling like we like before we list.
Yeah.
The first one is repair any exterior wood rot around the windows or the doors, and this is huge because there might be spots, and there will be spots that you can't see.
Right, up high,
and an inspector is looking for those. So if you can have somebody come, or if you're handy, you can do it yourself, and just make sure that all of the wood rot is replaced and repainted and matches the current color. That is a huge thing you can do, not only to make your house look better on the exterior, but also to catch that before an inspector does.
Yes, and you won't have that on your inspection report then.
Correct.
And then this is a super, super easy one that anyone can do. Make sure all of your light fixtures, like your electrical outlets or your light switches, those outlets have covers on them. Not only is it a safety thing, but inspectors will pick that up. They might find one or two like behind an old couch you haven't moved in a while or something like that, and you just don't need those to be picked up because that's an easy fix. 25 cents, screw it into the wall, and you're good to go.
I can even do that kind of repair.
Yeah.
It's like the only one.
Yeah.
So this is one that also gets forgotten. It's very easy. If you have any pest or rodent traps laying around that are old, that haven't been used in a while, maybe for a previous problem you had, make sure that those are gone. Because if they were from an old infestation, then an inspector does not know that.
Right.
And it is a red flag for a buyer to have concern or get another inspection where your house might not have those problems anymore. It could even be from the previous owner and you just haven't removed it. So that's a very easy one to do, but it just eliminates the question of if there is a problem when there isn't.
That's right. And then the next one is make sure all of your toilets in your house are secure to the ground. It's super easy. You just use a little wrench with the little things are.
The things.
The things.
Get the
things.
Don't call Chrissy tonight.
The bolts to hold the toilet down to the ground. It's just, they just need to be tightened. Make sure when you sit on the toilet it doesn't rock back and forth.
No tweaky toilet.
No. So if your toilets are secure, that is one less thing the inspector has to put on his report and say, make sure you secure all your toilets in the house.
Right, because it could be a safety issue or a concern of leaking. And
yes, because if your toilet's not secured to the ground, water can get up beneath or above that wax ring underneath it, and then that's water problem.
Yes, want to avoid that. That's a great one. And then this one is also an exterior issue that you can address before, is just make sure that your gutters are cleaned out. You can do it yourself if you're handy, or you have a tall ladder, or you have good coordination.
Yeah.
We love it when the gutters are cleaned out, so no seedlings are coming up into the gutter, or you can't see leaves, because that also might be an indication of a water issue when there isn't one. So you
because
want to make sure.
Yeah, if your gutters are clogged, then the water can't be diverted somewhere, so it could be pouring back into the house, or between the house and the siding. So.
And then it also just shows buyers that you have taken care of your house.
That's right.
And you don't have trees growing out of your gutters.
Yes. And then another one is trim all of your bushes and your trees that are touching your house or hanging over the roof of your house. The bushes and the small tree limbs, sometimes inspectors say pests can get into the house that way. They'll use the tree limbs to jump and get into the attic. Or if they're really big tree limbs, sometimes buyers are weary of that because they could fall and damage the roof. So just trimming all and any tree branches and bushes away from the house is the best thing to do.
That's a really good one, and that one's common. And this one is actually very common. It's almost on every report we get back, is having the HVAC serviced before you list the house, and have an invoice with a date on it that shows that it's current and that your unit is working properly. Because you might think that your house is heating and cooling properly, but the inspector is looking for a temperature differential. And if you have the receipt, it shows that you have been proactive in maintaining your HVAC, and buyers are not looking at the age necessarily, but they also would really probably feel very comfortable if you have that information for them.
Yes, if you've serviced it and your HVAC company says your units are working properly and your temperature is great, everything works great, but the inspector comes back and says that something isn't right, you kind of have to, they're contradicting each other, and so we can kind of figure that out. But just having that invoice saying that you've serviced your HVAC units is like a huge deal to
Yes.
buyers.
I agree with that.
Yeah. And last but not least, make sure that all of your light fixtures and your fans in your house are working properly. Turn them on and off, make sure they all work, and make sure all the light bulbs in your house are working. So there's no missing light bulbs or there's no light bulbs that are out. That's an easy, simple fix, and an inspector will pick up on every single light bulb that is missing or out. And that is such an easy thing you can eliminate from
That's
the
right, because
inspector's work.
he won't take the time to switch out the light
No.
bulb to see if it is, and so it shows that it could possibly be that the light isn't working, when in case it's just
It's just a bulb.
yep, it's just the bulb.
So,
So those are our top tips on how to get ready for an inspection, and we have professionals that we trust that we can share with you if you are thinking about listing or getting ready for an inspection.
yeah.
And if you have any other questions about any of this information, please call us or anyone at Smith & Company
Yeah.
Real Estate, and we would be more than happy to help any way we can.
Yes. Thank you so much, guys. Wiggly toilets.
No tipsy toilets.
Do that too. Do that.
And for the rest of the tips, you should call us because there's some others we have
There's
in our
some
pack.
secret tips we can
That's what
tell
we
you.
got in our back pocket.
Please do that again. That was great.
Well, maybe share that I'm high on Mountain Dew.
I will.
No,
I will.
Mountain Dew.
You think it's Mountain Dew.
It's just the way that I act.